All right, so a bunch of you guys have been asking me, Noah, how do you actually keep clients long term? You talk about retention and results all the time, but how do you prove it? If you don't already know, I work with realtors using Facebook and Google ads to get them more buyer and seller leads. So in this video, I'm gonna pull back the curtain and show you literally everything. How I structure my offer, how I set up the ads, how I qualify the leads, and keep clients paying me 6 to 12 months and more. So starting out with the offer, and this is arguably the most important part because you can have the best ad in the world, but if you're offering something completely wrong, it's not going to mean anything. So the first thing you want to do is find proven offers in your niche specifically. Now there's two ways that you can look at it. You can either go in the Facebook ad library or the Google Transparency Center. I highly recommend the Facebook ad library. Obviously, if you're running Facebook ads, you go and just straight up copy these because there's legit no point in reinventing the wheel when people are already spending money on ads and they're already working. You might as well go look what they're doing. So basically, you're going to go to the Facebook ad library, and it's in the link in this Miro board. And by the way, if you have any questions on any of this or want me to send you this entire Miro board, just DM me on Instagram and I can send it over. But you're going to go to Facebook ad library, and let's say we do real estate as an example. So we're going to look up list of homes. Like, you're going to look up just the most common offers that these industries have. If you're in roofing, you might do 50% off your next roof or something like that, but you want to look up keywords. What you're going to do then is go to filters, and you're going to filter it, make sure you have active ads, but you want ads that have been running for at least like 2 to 3 weeks at this point. Because again, if they're spending money on these ads for a couple of weeks and they're not like brain dead, the ads are probably doing well. So you can see right here, all of these ads right here are ones that have been running for weeks. You can see the exact ad creative. You can click on it, see ad details, and you can go and actually see like their lead form and all that sort of stuff. If you go additional assets, you can see all their stuff, their landing page. Like, you can literally see all of it. So basically, that's what you want to do is you want to go look at what offers these people are offering. So these people are all going to be doing list of homes because that's a proven one, but you just want to get an idea of what kind of ads are these people running. Now you can see there's like terrible ones like this that obviously aren't doing well, but you'll have an idea is like, what would I click on? And if you see like a trend, like a lot of these ones that are just like pictures of homes are always doing well. And in real estate, those ones always do well. So you go and just do something super simple like that, and then you can do the same thing as well on the Google Transparency Center. You basically look up an advertiser and you can go and see, it'll show you all their ads. So that's the first part of it, is literally going out, finding what's already working and going and just copying it. And I would recommend making like a Google Doc where you have pictures / the copy of all the winning ads. So anytime you need a new ad creative, you go in and literally just go through this entire doc and you have basically a library of winning ads. Now, the top 3 proven offers though that I've seen pretty standard across all the industries is either, hey, let's say save $5,000 on your next roof, save 25% off, just saving money, right? That's a good offer in like med spas, remodelers, roofing. The other one is gonna be like a free strategy session / free consult / free estimate. That can be real estate, lawyers, again, roofing, remodelers. They're applicable to all of them. Some of them, but yeah, some offers work better in certain niches. Like save X on a home doesn't work as well in real estate because I've tested it. The free strategy session or consult is going to work well for like real estate, lawyers. A lot of these like really high ticket ones, you're going to offer some sort of strategy session or consult. And then ones that are like really saturated, like solar, roofing, mortgage, you want to offer like a new state program and something like new, some unique twist, especially when there's a lot of people offering like these 2 types of ads, right? So I would go out and test all those, but again, just go out and look, what are people actually running? What are the winning offers? So now that you have your offer, you're gonna pick one of these. So let's say we're doing save money. Actually, we'll do real estate in this case. So we're gonna do like a free strategy session or consult, or like a list of homes is another solid one in real estate. But you would only know that if you go and actually look at the ads. So now that we have our proven offer, we're going to go into the actual ad structure. So setting it up in Meta. So you're going to go in your ad account. We're going to go to create, and you're going to do a new campaign. You're going to do leads. You're going to click continue. The naming matters a bit. We're going to do a landing page. So landing page, list of homes. So put your offer. So you either do lead form or landing page. I'm going to walk you through that as well. For this case, we're going to use landing pages because that gets typically higher quality leads. So we're going to offer landing page, list of homes, and then do like the date that you're launching it. So always do the next day. You're going to set your daily budget. So let's say we're spending $20 per day. And now one thing I will say, the more that you can get from your clients on ad spend, the better. So always try to get as much from your clients as possible on ads, because that's the easiest thing you can do to increase the results you get, is literally just going out and spending more. So you're always going to do, and you can just keep it campaign budget if you're only spending 20 bucks a day as well. And then because we're doing real estate ads for this case, make sure you select the special housing category, which real estate is basically the only one you need to do that. So you're going to click next, and this is the campaign level. So now this is the ad set level. To some of you guys, this might be super confusing, but it's honestly pretty simple. All we're going to do is name the ad set level the targeting. So for the targeting, Facebook, you can just go broad and let your creative, let your ad do the targeting. Because if your creative is saying, hey, attention, if you're looking to buy a home in Minnesota, right, that calls out exactly who it's for. And Facebook, the algorithm isn't going to show it to someone who's looking for teddy bears in Florida, as an example, right? That doesn't make sense. So basically, you're just going to always, let's just go broad to start. Conversion location, we want to do website and instant forms. We want to send them to our website, to our landing page. So you're going to need to create a pixel and stuff, which is basically a little piece of tracking code that you put on your landing page. So when someone goes through onto your landing page, because it's outside of Facebook, the pixel is going to send data back to Facebook saying, hey, this person clicked on the page, this person submitted the lead form, as an example. But yeah, there's videos on that. I'm not going to go through that in this video because honestly, it's just kind of boring. But it is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Start date, you always want to do the next day, and then we'll do 12 a.m. It's lagging a bit. 12 a.m. Always start fresh the next day, because if you start it the same day, your ad's just going to start spending, and it's just going to push it out to random people because Facebook just wants to get you to spend the full daily amount. So you're not going to touch this at all. Although if you are doing like a local, the only thing you're going to change is because most of you guys are doing local lead gen, you're going to go over here and we're going to go look up a location. So let's say we're targeting St. Paul specifically. St. Paul, Minnesota. And we're just going to target that. And then you can choose however big of a radius you want around it. So usually like 15, 20 miles is good. But obviously talk with your clients about this. This is something you should go over with them on the onboarding call. But for local lead gen, make sure you do not forget to do this. I remember my first free trial client, it was a local guy in Minnesota, and I accidentally targeted nationwide. So we were getting leads from literally all over the country, and I felt so bad. I was like, oh my gosh. And obviously, if you can guess, he didn't end up signing on, but you live and you learn. I never made that mistake again. So always make sure you do that. And you can also do demographics and stuff. Real estate, you can't do that specifically though because of the housing agreement. But just you can honestly leave it pretty broad. You're going to go over to show more settings. We're going to change the placements, and the only placements that you want to show it on are Facebook and Instagram and the stories and in feed. So basically, if you don't know what that means, there's a ton of different placements on Facebook. So like there's the Facebook Marketplace. There's all these random placements, and we only want to show them on specific ones. So you're going to turn off all of these ones. You're going to uncheck these, and we only want to do feeds and stories and reels. And then we're going to take out, actually we can keep that in. And then we'll go to feeds. We're going to take out all of these. And we just want to keep like the profile feeds. Take out the video feed, explore home, business explore. It's lagging a lot, so bear with me. But you're just going to uncheck all these. So all you have is these ones and then stories and reels. You uncheck the rest. And that's literally the ad set level. That's all you do. Now we're on to the actual ad. So basically, the structure for it is we have one campaign, one ad set, and we're going to have 4 different ads. Now, the only difference with these ads, we're going to do the exact same ad copy. The only difference is the actual image. Now, the reason we go and test 4 different angles is because you need to be testing. If you go out and run one ad and it doesn't work, then you're pretty much starting from square one. But when you go and allocate the budget evenly towards these ads, and Facebook usually decides which ads are doing the best, and it's going to put most of the money into those ones. But you're only going to know that if you actually go and test ads. So for simplicity's sake, just one ad set and have four or 5 different ads. So to keep it simple, we'll just name it ad 1. Make sure you have your Facebook page set up. My Instagram account's not connected. I don't know what's happening there, but yeah, make sure you have that set up as well. Otherwise, if you don't, it's fine. It just runs it all on your Facebook page, which is cool. But basically, you're going to I always turn this off. To be honest, I don't even know really what it does. You're going to have single image or video. From here, you're going to put in your landing page URL. This is basically when you're in high level. And this is if you're doing landing page versus lead form. So let me go back. Basically, with your ads, you have two options. You can either do a landing page or you can do a lead form. Now, the difference is a landing page is you make it, it's not through Facebook. So you make it in GoHighLevel or another platform, but GoHighLevel ideally just because it's super simple. And you're going to get higher quality leads with it because on a landing page, you take them off Facebook and it's a separate page. Whereas like a Facebook lead form, it's just automatically on Facebook and people just put in their name, email, number. And a lot of it's auto-filled. So with lead forms, you're going to get a lot more leads, but landing pages, you're going to get higher quality, but less leads. Honestly, to start, lead forms can be pretty good. But if you're spending $20 a day, landing pages are ideally the way to go just because you will get a lot higher quality. And this is an example of a landing page. So like for this ad, hey, search homes in Rapid City. And then they go and answer questions. Basically, like it looks something super simple, but just like this, like really, really simple, really, really clean, right? It's nothing crazy. That's an example of a landing page. Now, instant form as an example is it's going to be on Facebook and it's going to be something super simple like this. Hey, you ask some questions and then you go and ask, hey, they answer these questions, then they go and put in their contact info. So it's the same thing, except one, you're bringing them to a different custom page and it does look a bit more professional, but this one here is on Facebook. You can still add questions on here, but something super simple like this. This is what I was doing when I was running these buyer ads. So you can choose one or the other, but you're going to want to make sure you put your URL in there. Now, in terms of the creative, now we're going to actually put in the ads. So you're going to click Setup Creative. We're going to do image ads. I would recommend keeping it super simple with just image ads until you get to spending $50, $100 a day or whatever. So I have some proven ads in here. So I'm going to just go ahead with these ones. And I might skip ahead towards this. Well, now we have the primary text, the headline, and the description. So basically what you can do for this is you go back, look at these proven ads. And for the sake of this, I'm just going to... Let's get a new one. First time buyers, this one right here. You're going to literally just go get a proven primary text, move closer to town, something super simple. Move closer to St. Paul. So it's tweaked and it calls out the audience, but something super simple like this. You're going to go look what headline they're doing. The headline is right here. So list of downsized homes in Somerset County, New Jersey. So we can just do list of in St. If it loads. List of homes in St. Paul, Minnesota. And the description, again, just literally go look what they're doing. Click to grab the list. And then maybe you can add an emoji or something in there, right? Something simple, but then you always want to just do learn more. But basically that's all you're going to do. Just go look what other people are doing. And we're going to have the same primary text, headline, and description for each ad. The only difference is the image. So we're going to click done. And now we have our image in there. And it's really that simple. All you're going to do now is click right here, these three dots on ad one, and you're going to quick duplicate it 3 or 4 times depending on how many ads you're testing. In this case, we're testing 4 different ads, so we're going to duplicate it 3 separate times, right? 1 plus 3 is 4. Quick duplicate. It's taking a little while. But I hate editing, so I'm going to keep this in here. And, I like keeping it really just straight up authentic with you guys. And by the way, again, if you want like this entire Miro board, I'm happy to send it over. So I'm going to go over this stuff as well. This video is crazy value for you guys. But yeah, DM me on Instagram at noah.helped if you want that or have any questions on any of this. And then we'll duplicate it one more time. And again, the only difference in the ad, in each ad, is just going to be the actual image. So this ad right here, this is ad number 2. Ad 2. You're going to scroll down. You're going to remove media, and we're going to add our other one in there. So we'll add this in there. Next, since it saves all that, we're not going to touch that. We're only going to tweak the image. We're going to go to this one. This one's going to be ad number 3. add 3, and then we're going to go change the image. This time we'll edit media, tweak it. And then you guys kind of get the idea. Same exact thing. You're just going to do that for however many ads you're testing. You go do the same thing for this 4th ad. And then basically, once you have your stuff in there, you can either do lead form versus landing page. Again, for beginners, I would recommend just sticking with lead form, to be honest. I know I said landing page, but that's if you're spending, I would say, 20, 30 bucks a day or more. Then send them to a landing page like this where you're going to get higher quality leads coming in. Otherwise, just stick with lead form. Super, super simple. Now, after the landing page or the lead form, what you do is you redirect them to a calendar page where they have the option to go and just book a call directly on your calendar. That way, usually I find not many leads do this, but maybe like 1 in every 10 leads is going to go book in your calendar or in your client's calendar. So that's 10% right there of leads that are just going to book appointments directly with the client. Now, whether they book or don't book, this is where we have the nurture sequence, and this is in Go High Level. So we just use SMS and email. Honestly, for a lot of my clients, I basically only do SMS because most people don't reply to emails, and I've seen it's honestly just a waste. I've seen SMS just the way to go. But basically, how it looks is something super simple like this. You have new lead SMS sequence. If someone submits the form, that's the trigger. It's going to send out this message. Now, I like sending out one initially as like a confirmation, like, hey, this is an automated message to confirm your request for your Rapid City home search. Thanks. And then you wait 2 minutes to make it look personalized, 2 or 3 minutes. And then you make it look like the business owner is actually texting them. So, hey, John, it's just Amy here. I saw your request for the list of homes come in. Is this the correct number? Just wanted to make sure. So basically what we're doing with this is all we're trying to do is get a response. That's the entire goal of this, because if you can get these people to respond, what you're going to do, all we're trying to do is just get them on the phone and call them. And the second they respond, we know they're on their phone. It's a good time for them. You go and just give them a call, or your VA or your client gives them a call, whoever's calling these leads. But that's the entire goal, is you're basically just trying to get them to say yes or no. So asking them super simple stuff. And then we're going to wait 2 hours. Text again. Oh, and by the way, we're also offering complimentary home buying strategy reports. So you can see this is like another one of the proven offers right here. You can like layer these ones in here. You can use them together because they're all proven. So it's basically something super simple like that. We'll go wait another 5 hours and send another message. Hey, do you currently own a home? See, all we're doing is trying to get them just to reply super simply. That's the entire goal of this sequence, and it's pretty simple. Now, something to also note is when they respond to it, it stops it automatically. So right here, you turn on stop on response, and the second they respond to it, it's going to stop, but also your client's going to get a notification, or whoever's going to call these leads, and then it all leads back to getting on the phone with them and then just following a proven appointment booking script. So that's a nurture sequence. This is honestly most of it, but then this is where a lot of people stop, is basically after you call them, if they're qualified, you book the appointment. If they're not, then you just put them on a long-term drip sequence, which is like emails, text. You can just go use ChatGPT for that, but it's like sending them value like once a month or something. I honestly barely do this for my clients because I only focus on the qualified leads. Most of these aren't going to turn into anything, but you can for sure do that. But basically, if they're qualified, you just need to get that appointment booked. But that's basically the entire service delivery basically masterclass right here for you guys. So again, we have the offer, find the proven offer. Just go in the Facebook ad library, go in the Google Transparency Center, go look what other people are already doing, take the proven offers. Then you have the exact ad structure. So 1 campaign, 1 ad set, 4 different ads. Only difference is the image in the ad, and then you send them to either landing page, lead form, calendar. Then we have the nurture to make sure we're actually staying in touch with them, automating it, and then appointment booking. Now, as well for nurture, you don't need this for your first 2 to 3 clients, but I would say when you get your first paying client, even when you get your first client, I would get a free trial of Go High Level, because then it's going to make your results be so much better. It's not going to like triple your results, but it might increase them by like 50% or something, which is still maybe the difference between you not signing someone on as a paid client versus signing them on after the free trial. So I would just bite the bullet on that, because it is really something that you do need. And then make sure you just have all this stuff set up. Again, it literally just shows you all this. If you want this Myra board, want my Go High Level snapshot, just DM me on Instagram at noah.helped. Otherwise, it's in the description below. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.